What's up, family? It's me, your boy, your urban sports guru. I'm gonna give y'all my week 17 picks. Week 17 is here. Feels like I was doing week 1 picks just a little while ago. But we already here in week 17, and there's a lot of shit popping off this week 17. Motherfuckers is working for playoff seedings. You got teams working still trying to get into the playoffs. Shit is going down. I'm gonna give you the rundown right now. We're gonna start first game, Miami versus Buffalo. Excuse me. This game isn't about playoff seedings. These two teams are playing for next year, in my opinion. Ryan Tannehill is playing for his job. In my opinion, he's playing for his job. The coach is probably playing for his job too. So I'm going to take the Dolphins in this game. I just think that they have more to lose, not just the game. Because I think Sean McDermott will be there next year. I think Josh Allen will be there next year. Miami, those two guys are a question mark. I think those two guys are playing for their job. So I'm going to take Miami in this game. Win, lose, or draw, they still might be out, but they're playing for their job. Next game, Detroit versus Green Bay. Shit. That coach in Detroit might be coaching for his job too, even though it's just 1 year. But Matt Stafford, I mean, loads of talent. One of the worst things in the world is unfulfilled is wasted talent. Just unfulfilled, and Green Bay, they're home. A-Rod, I'm taking the Packers. Moving forward, we got the Jets in New England. The Patriots still have a chance at the number 1 seed. Still having a shot at that. And the fact that they got shit on their offense that they got to really work through. They got to get some mojo going right now. They got the number 2 seed. They can still possibly get the number 1 seed. They're going to play. They're going to win. Then we have New Orleans, Carolina. Although New Orleans already has the number 1 seed locked up, they're going to be starting probably Teddy Bridgewater. In Carolina, as we all know, Cam isn't starting, but I like Teddy Bridgewater, their backup quarterback, better than Carolina's backup situation. I'm going to take New Orleans at home. Giants at Dallas. Dallas can't really change their seeding. Even though Jerry Jones was talking about how they should play their starters, I don't know how long Dallas is going to play their starters. Because they have some guys with some injury problems. Tyron Smith, for example, left tackle. And so I expect them to play some in the first half. I don't know if they're going to play fourth quarters. And this might be Eli Manning's last game in a Giant uniform, in particular at Giant Stadium. I'm going to go with my boys on this one. Atlanta at Tampa Bay. Now, Atlanta at Tampa Bay. Both teams are not really worried about playoffs. But this might be Jameis Winston's last game in a Buck uniform. Might be Dirk Cutter's last game coaching the Bucks. I wouldn't necessarily say that for the Falcons. I think the coaching and definitely the quarterback is solidified. I think the coach is solidified as well, given how many injuries that team has had. So, just offensive firepower. Atlanta could score a ton of points. That's never been in the question. Sarkisian, I think he solidified himself. They'll score a ton of points. They'll win with style against a Tampa Bay team that can get up and down the field, but they'll find a way to fuck it up. Jameis Winston's a turnover machine. He did it last week. Like I said, he'll do it again this week. We got Jacksonville and Houston. Houston has some protection issues to get their shit together, but this is for the AFC South crown. I picked them to win the AFC South, and they are going to win the AFC South. They're going to beat Jacksonville at home. Chargers. Chargers still have a shot at the number 1 seed, which is why they're going to take care of business against Denver. They pissed away the game at Denver earlier this year. In LA, this time they're in Denver. Be a tougher game, but they're going to take care of business. Then we got KC at home against Oakland. Oakland's playing better football now. We saw what they did on Monday night. But KC's home. They need a win badly right now, just for their own mojo. And they need this win so they can get the number 1 seed. Because if they don't, They're gonna be a number 5 seed, and that's gonna be a problem for them. Chargers can do better as a number 5 seed than KC, because KC needs that offense needs to be an Arrowhead. Needs to be an Arrowhead. Now the Rams could show up the number 2 seed with the win. And I'm really, really afraid once again for the Rams because of the Todd Gurley situation. The brother has had 2 ACL surgeries, now has knee inflammation, and just this week they said he still wasn't practicing. I mean, you found $50 in your pocket doing laundry. You found C.J. Anderson. He ran for $150 or whatever last week. My guess they'll continue to run wild with him. You get the number 2 seed. I get Todd Gurley more rest. Hopefully it's just that. I have a fear that it's not, and this makes me really worried for him in his career and just the Rams in general, because they have a shot at the Super Bowl this year, and the fact that the Rams paid this man $45 million guaranteed in a third ACL. We've never seen that. We've seen guys come back after one ACL and be the same guy. We've seen 2 ACLs. I've never seen 3 ACLs and come back and be that same nigga. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. $45 million guaranteed. Go work if you can find it. That's the future problems. Right now, Rams got this Sunday. They should be able at home to beat San Francisco with just a decent running game with C.J. Anderson. They should be able to do that. Now this is Cincinnati, Pittsburgh. Now Cincinnati just disappointed me and themselves throughout the season because they started off great. It seemed like Marvin Lewis, if anything he was doing, he'll get the team to the playoffs. But defense just fell apart. Quarterback gets hurt and injuries, and Marvin Lewis might be his last game. Should be his last game. Nobody can argue that this motherfucker should still be there. It should be his last game. But it might be over for him in Cincinnati. Pittsburgh should take care of business and stomp a mud hole in him. Only thing that keeps this game close to the fact that it's a rivalry game. That's about it. Steelers should beat the shit out of them, but they're going to need help. Help that I don't think they're going to get. And I'll get to that momentarily. Now, because next game we have Chicago and Minnesota. Now, Philadelphia needs help. They need Minnesota to lose this game. And I want to roll with Minnesota so fucking bad. Because I really want to see Minnesota be that upper echelon team that we thought they could be. I really want to see that. I really want to see that. This is the game for me where Kirk Cousins is going to have to show he's worth that money. He's going to have to show it because going against Chicago, yes, you're home. Going against Chicago, that's a whole different ballgame. And Chicago has incentive to get rid of him because if they lose this game, I think to Minnesota's in, but then you'll have to play Minnesota again next week. They're not going to want to have to go through that. Not going to want to have to go through that. This bullshit. Chicago on that defense, what I'm going to need to see more than anything else, I'm going to need to see Minnesota's defense look like them motherfuckers. I know what Chicago's going to bring. I need Minnesota's defense to do that because if Minnesota's defense is bringing it, guess what? You're going to make Mitchell Trubisky look like the motherfucker that everybody has questions about. Not the one that Louis Riddick has confidence about. They need to make him look like the motherfucker that everybody got questions about. If they can do that, they can win. But guess what? The Minnesota defense is not the last year's defense. I'm rolling with Chi-Town. I may be wrong, but I'm rolling with Chi-Town. Arizona, Seattle. Seattle has a chance for the 5th seed instead of the 6th seed. Now, why is this important? I think it's important for you to get whatever seed where in the first round of the playoffs, you're playing the Cowboys instead of the Bears. That's just me. Because I think playing the Cowboys is going to be a hell of a lot better, hell of a lot easier team to beat than playing the Chicago Bears. Both teams have great defenses, but Bears defense is something else. This is not even disrespect to the Cowboys. Bears defense is just something else. And but Seattle should take care of business at home against Arizona. Then you got Philly and Washington. I told you that Nick Foles magic is coming. That Nick Foles magic is here. If everyone that wants to hate on Philly right now, you should be rooting for Minnesota, because Minnesota winning means Philadelphia doesn't get in. And if Philadelphia doesn't get in, then y'all ain't got to worry about this Nick Foles shit no more. But I tell y'all motherfuckers right now, if Philly gets in, all bets are off. All fucking bets are off. This year, the playoffs, who the fuck knows what's going to happen? All these so-called dominant teams, nobody knows what the fuck is going to happen. Really. If Philly gets in, all bets are off. Then we got Cleveland, Baltimore. Now, you got the Steelers needing Baker Mayfield to go into Baltimore and get a win. It's not out of the realm of possibility. But when I look at how great that defense is playing right now, yes, Baker Mayfield is playing at such a high level. But that defense in Baltimore is balling. They're home, which makes a great defensive team that much better. And Lamar Jackson in the playoffs, which this right here is essentially a playoff game, because this right here is for the AFC North Championship. I think this brother's gonna do some special things in this game. And when I look at Cleveland's defense, they're great against the pass because they can rush the passer, but against the run, straight ahead down their throat, they're suspect. They're pretty suspect, and this is what Baltimore does. I think Baltimore's gonna be able to push them around. So I'm taking Baltimore. Last but not least, Sunday night, Indianapolis against Tennessee. I am taking the Colts because, frankly, I don't trust whoever the hell is going to be at quarterback for Tennessee. I don't give a fuck how many times you give to Derrick Henry, because Indianapolis' defense is shutting down running backs. I'm rolling with Andrew Luck. And these are my picks for Week 17 of this NFL season. Let me know what you think. I'm your boy, Urban Sports Guru. I'm out. Salute.